Welcome back to a modified version of the Derm Couch. And I was thinking to myself, how do I set things off with the Derm Couch? Should I talk about facial injectables, what's hot topic right now? But instead, I decided I wanted to give you all a pep talk about a topic that is just a recurrent theme in my practice. As many of you know, I would say the median age is between 40s and mid 60s in my practice. I mean, I have teenagers in my practice. I do have patients in their 90s, but I would say a lot of the aesthetic things that I do are patients in their 40s, their 50s, their early 60s. The older patients may have had surgery, but anyway, one of these things I've kind of defined in my head is this concept that I call middle age dysphoria. Okay, there's this odd sense of feeling really old during the middle age period, and there are a lot of reasons for that, but I'm going to start you out with two different quotes. And the first quote is one that I thought of, and that is, youth is a gift of nature, but aging is a work of art. And what that means is that, it's easy to be young, okay, and beautiful and feel great and the best version of yourself. What impresses me is someone that is older, who is getting older and aging, and they have found a way to be the best version of themselves, not only in their health, but in the way they present themselves, the way they feel about themselves. This is hard work and dedication, which leads me to my other quote by Betty Davis, which is, getting older is not for sissies. And that is very self-explanatory. So this middle-age dysphoria is something that I'm seeing quite a bit. Patients as young as in their early 40s really complaining about the aging process, how tough it is, how they feel they've gotten older. And they don't even realize you're going to spend the rest of your second part of your life wishing that you looked like you did when you were 40, 41. You hear about all these people going for facelifts. They think they could look 30 forever. They are not, even in the best of surgical hands. And it can be really depressing for people, certainly once they get into the 50s, where it's that really significant peak in men and women for loss of elasticity, decrease in collagen, the lines start coming out, the sun damage, their joints, their bodies. They may have some chronic health issues that are popping up in their 50s, God forbid, and they feel really old. And I think part of the reason why they have this dysphoria more than in other generations is there are so many options now and things that are being sold to patients about why you should feel younger, why you should be better looking. TikTok and Instagram are certainly presenting these filtered images where people look like they're in their 50s, but they look 30, and it's not real, okay? Or you're seeing celebrities that are not admitting that they're doing things surgically, or hormone replacement, or a whole bunch of things that are helping people feel better and look better. So we want to see more of this authenticity. It's very much just like having, all these cable channels we have now, but yet you can't find anything to watch. It was almost easier a generation or two ago where there was no Botox, no fillers, no lasers, no real regularity of people getting facelifts and things like that. And when you hit 40, you really had to psychologically accommodate to the aging process. And I think even today, for most of my patients, by the time they hit their 60s, there's a new sense of acceptance. I mean, they still want to look the best, they still want to feel their best, but they really don't have this depressive dysphoria about getting older, which can sometimes make them make decisions about doing treatments and doing things that may not necessarily be in their best interest, like a facelift too early, like using research grade, untested peptides, or taking hormones therapy not under the guidance of a physician, or doing treatments like salmon sperm and all these regenerative things and pop culture things that are sold and marketed to you as longevity that may not be in your best interest. It's great that we live in a world that there are so many things that we can do to feel good, to look good, and be the best version of ourselves, because it is not easy getting older. But what I want my patients to remember most is that getting older is the blessing. Certainly if you can do it in a healthful way. So, for however you look and feel now, I guarantee you in 20 years, you're gonna wish that you're back in that period again, particularly if you're in your 40s or your 50s. I mean, when you're in your 50s, you're in the freshman class of getting older, okay? You're a newbie. The good news and bad news is it's all gonna get a lot worse. The great news of that is that we have so many emerging things in medicine, aesthetic medicine, general medicine, functional medicine, longevity. There's so many great things coming out. But don't let the marketing and hyper-commoditization of the wellness and longevity world make you think that you're not doing enough, or make you make decisions to do treatments that are potentially risky. Working on yourself, your sleep, your stress, your exercise, and the things that have been tried and true and tested in aesthetic medicine. These are the things you should be focused on. And if that doesn't work about every little crack, crease, ache, and pain, remember, 150 years ago, the average lifespan was half of what it was today. We've achieved enormous longevity advancements in just 150 years, even 50 years, okay? So I think having gratitude is the best way. If you want to feel great, have gratitude. And be thankful at every stage about the level of health you have. And this in itself will help your vitality and will hopefully give you the best decision-making process to look as good as you feel. So that's my pep talk, okay? No more middle-aged dysphoria. I'm 56. I'm in the freshman class of getting old. I got a lot of things I can complain about, but I am super grateful to be healthy and look and feel the way I do. And I hope that I can give that to all of you.